Hi everyone, my name is Saifuddin Abu Bakar and today I will be presenting on how social impact assessments or SIAs contribute to the development process by minimizing adverse impacts to the society while supporting the rights of the developers or project proponents to invest in development projects. Social impact assessments is a process that is based on social participation and involves the active engagement of individuals, groups, and communities in the planning, implementation, and evaluation stages of development projects that affect their lives. Social participation is also about democratizing the development process, where decisions are made by those who are affected by a particular development project and have a meaningful say in shaping the outcome of the same. This approach recognizes that local communities and society possesses the knowledge about their own needs, resources, and constraints that project proponents or the government might miss or overlook. What is social impact assessment? Social impact assessments, or SIA, is a useful tool applied by project proponents and the government before undertaking development projects such as housing development, commercial development, industrial development, and infrastructure development. According to Plan Malaysia, the undertaking of SIAs is crucial as it can help be a project planning tool for project proponents and a decision-making tool for the federal, state, and local governments. Furthermore, SIAs not only highlights the findings of negative adverse impacts to the people in affected areas, but highlights the positive impacts as well. The scope of SIAs involve looking at the outcomes of direct and indirect impacts that affect local communities, individuals, business operators, indigenous groups, etc., arising from a proposed development project in the affected local areas and covers important social elements such as lifestyle, cost of living, health, community, political system, cultural heritage, and environment. These are the 7 social elements that SIAs would look into in assessing social impact to local communities arising from development projects. Firstly, lifestyle. This refers to how individuals carry out their daily lives, including their work, leisure activities, social interactions, and overall lifestyle. Secondly, health. This refers to the individual's well-being, including their physical, mental, and spiritual health. It also encourages perceptions of safety and concerns on the future of the community. Political system. This refers to the extent to which an individual, leader, or community can influence any decision that affects their lives. Cost of living. This refers to an individual's capacity to sustain their livelihood by means of employment or entrepreneurship. Community. This refers to the coherence and strength of a social group within a specific area characterized by shared norms, religion, values, or identity. Culture and heritage. This refers to the beliefs, customs, language, and relationships that individuals have with a specific area, including buildings and natural resources such as land and rivers. Lastly, environment. This refers to the overall livability and quality of life within a community, including factors such as the working and learning environment, access to infrastructure, facilities, and services. In order to undertake a comprehensive SIA, the Department of Town and Country Planning, or Plan Malaysia, which is under the Ministry of Local Government Development, published the guidance for the implementation of social impact assessment for development projects in 2023. Amongst others, this guidance provides the steps involved in the SIA, which includes, under the planning stage, screening, scoping, data collection and analysis, impact prediction and assessment, refining project designs and options, mitigating measures, social impact management plan, and under the project implementation stage, monitoring and audit process. From this, a crucial component in the SIA process is public perception, and it is part of the process from start to the end of the project development. Identifying stakeholders. Stakeholders can be categorized in different groups based on how they are affected by the development project. Stakeholders' engagement is crucial as it provides feedback to project proponents, consultants during meetings, surveys, etc. on how the project can potentially affect their livelihood and well-being. well-being. Project proponents and SIA consultants will engage the stakeholders vis-a-vis one-on-one meetings or group meetings, town hall gatherings, questionnaires, and surveys. An example of an actual infrastructure development project where a SIA, EIA, and Traffic Impact Assessment, or TIA, were undertaken to assess potential social impacts to the local communities and other groups is the West Coast Expressway. This project involves an interstate highway that goes through the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia. WCE starts from Banting, Selangor and ends in Taiping, Perak. The entire expressway is expected to be completed in 2026. The Selangor State Government, in its State Government Assembly meeting held on 16 March 2016, decided that Lembaga Lebuh Raya Malaysia and the concessionaire company were to prepare a SIA to assess the social impact arising from the expressway construction on the Assam Jawa to Tanjung Karang stretch. This will assist the state government to decide the most suitable alignment, proposed an alternative option, and take into consideration to fulfill the requirements, well-being, and development of the surrounding area. The SIA must take into consideration local issues relating to impact on livelihood and source of income of village communities, the status of Tanjung Karang town, the concerns of the village communities on the proposed alignment that splits the village tradition, safety of road users, and other social issues that may arise from the construction of the expressway. The state government had requested that LLM presents the finding for evaluation before the alignment in the affected area is finalized. According to the SIA report conducted in 2018 on the study area of 10-kilometer stretch from Assam Jawa to Tanjung Karang, two options were proposed for the alignment. The first option was more favored and manageable, although it needed mitigation measures for unavoidable impacts. This option involved land acquisition of 164 lots compared to 510 lots, including 21 lots of community facilities in the second option. The first option impacted 529 individuals compared to 7,017 individuals in the second option. Finally, the cost of the land acquisition was Ringgit Malaysia 25.9 million compared to Ringgit Malaysia 136.5 million in the second option. By undertaking the SIA, the project proponent or concessionaire company was able to ensure optimal planning and prevent social issues from becoming more complex, modify the project design, and include necessary changes in a timely manner, and comply with regulations required. The SIA also helped the Selangor state government to decide on the final alignment of the expressway after assessing all the social impact to the affected area, mitigating factors, and alignment options. In conclusion, taking into account the spirit of social participation, accountability, inclusivity, and responsibility, impact assessments are useful tools that are used by project proponents to identify adverse impacts, especially negative impacts, that may affect the livelihood and well-being of local communities and other groups. Reports such as SIAs, EIAs, and TIAs help to minimize or mitigate potential adverse social impact, such as their daily lifestyle, source of income, accommodation displacements, health issues, and others. These reports also help project proponents to identify early and mitigate any social impacts and issues from becoming more complex once the development project has started. These reports can address or minimize any financial or reputational risks, which can then protect its investments in such development projects. Finally, by undertaking SIAs and other impact assessments by project proponents, the federal, state, and local governments are assured and validated that the proposed development project is feasible, aligns with its respective aspirations, such as to spur economic growth, promote trade activities, create job opportunities, within the area where the project is undertaken.